The Clonfin ambush took place on the 2nd of February 1921. 21 members of the North Longford Flying Column ambushed 2 lorries of auxiliaries. A flying column is a small, independent military land unit capable of rapid mobility and usually carrying light arms, and these were extensively used by the IRA during the War of Independence. The North Longford Flying Column was under the command of Sean McKeown. Maeve Brady, daughter of Tom Brady, a member of the North Longford Flying Column, explains more.
My father, Tom Brady, was just 20 years old when he joined the North Longford Flying Column in November 1920. He was one of the 21 men who took part in the Clonfin ambush. Most of the men had a rural background. Many knew one another. In fact, several sets of them were related. So it can be said of them they were connected by blood, landscape and national passion.
You have just heard an insert from the Longford Rebel Trail audio tour as voiced by myself, Conor Talon, production manager at In Hand Guides. The tour has been developed for Longford Tourism and comprises 10 steps along the trail. At each stop there is signage with a QR code, and by simply scanning the QR code with your mobile phone, you will be offered the audio for the relevant site in 3 languages: English, Irish and French. Here is another short excerpt.
Fáilte chuig Clonfin Rebel Trail Longford. Sa sin chéad pointe spéise san deigi atá roing ar an tros seo trasna an chundaí, mar sin cad a thuil ar mappa atá chur ar fáildait. Beg PSC fuime ag súla ag dul a chéin stop i dhéanamid, agus feigh tú cóthaíocht le cód QR a thuaigh deisdait na PSC fuime a Islo Dáil. Tuair for suntas na gábhór achtaréis dar na héireann le linn an tros, éirí amach 7:08 agus cogan na saoirse, cumad a roint star áid túl a bhaine leis na háitine ar a dúrfar cuairt, agus cloisigh tú freisin ó bhaintear na háite a reinigh a good ólas ar imeachtaí.
And of course, the French at Ballinamuck. Ballinamuck is an important historic site which may surprise many visitors on this trail. Why? It was the site of the last major battle fought on Irish soil. You should be standing in the middle of the village at the 98 Hall, where you see a cannon and statue. An important aspect of the trail are the audio cuts recorded locally and for which we are grateful to their input because local history and local knowledge is important to preserve. Some short examples. Approximately 500 French and Irish lay dead on the battlefield. General Blake, who led the Irish forces, was hanged. Pat Donnelly again explains.
General Blake was hanged. The place there's a monument and it's signposted actually where General Blake was hanged. General Blake was hanged at the time. It was a place called Jack Griffin's, but it's McKenna's barn, that's where it was. He was hanged and he was waked in McKenna's barn and buried at 4:00 in the morning.
Donal Maughan, who was key to the development of the trail, explains the origin of the idea.
The Rebel Trail, the origins of the Rebel Trail were based on my knowledge of the locations out there. Ballinamuck, Ballinalee, Clonfin, Granard, etc. And the Pigs Dyke and Granard Moat and Aughnacliffe Dolmen. So we knew there were these historical remains of various stages of history in Ireland. And my sense that North Longford was a rebel location, and in some ways still is a rebel location. So we decided we would develop this tourism team around this historical asset that we have.
As well as Donal, we must thank Martin Morris, County Archivist, for his detailed support. And we must also thank some local actors for their voicing of sections of the script. A British journalist named Hugh Martin later spoke to eyewitnesses, and this is how he reported on what happened.
It was now nearly midnight. A man described as a tall fellow in khaki officer's uniform with leggings, riding breeches and cane appeared to be directing operations and kept excellent order throughout. There was no shouting and no drunkenness, only a little music on mouth organs.
So an exciting initiative from the team at Longford Tourism and Longford County Council, adding a new layer of knowledge for visitors to the county and bringing history to life.